Welcome. In this guide, we're going to explore the exciting world of building intelligent chatbots. The title of this slide is Building Intelligent Chatbots, a guide to creating AI-powered conversational interfaces. What exactly are AI chatbots? They are computer programs designed to simulate human conversation through text or voice interactions. Artificial intelligence chatbots use natural language processing, or NLP, and machine learning to understand and respond to user queries in an intelligent way. Some of their core capabilities are automated conversation handling, natural language understanding, continuous learning capabilities, and context-aware responses. Let's explore the key components that make up an AI chatbot. First, we have natural language understanding, or NLU. This processes and interprets user input to understand the intent and extract key information. For example, in the code, the textbook of flight to Paris is processed to identify the intent as booking and the entity as destination, Paris. The second key component is dialogue management. This maintains the conversation context and determines the appropriate responses based on the current state. For example, the dialogue state tracks the intent as booking, the context as flight, and identifies missing information such as the date. Based on this, the next action is determined. Now, let's understand the natural language processing pipeline. This pipeline consists of several important steps. First, tokenization, which breaks down text into individual words or symbols for processing. For example, the input text "How's the weather today?" is broken down. Next is part of speech tagging, which identifies the grammatical parts of speech for each token, such as noun, verb, etc. Then comes entity recognition, which detects and classifies named entities like locations, dates, and organizations. Finally, intent classification determines the user's purpose or goal from the input text. Let's get an overview of the typical architecture of a chatbot. The architecture is divided into 3 different layers. Starting from the user interface layer, this is where the user interacts with the chatbot, be it through a web interface, a mobile application, or API endpoints. Next comes the processing layer. Here, the natural language understanding engine, the dialogue manager, and the response generator work together to understand user input, maintain the conversation flow, and generate appropriate responses. Lastly, the backend layer, which provides the necessary data and resources, such as the knowledge base, machine learning models, and external APIs. Here is an overview of the process of implementing your own AI chatbot. First, set up the development environment with the required natural language processing libraries and frameworks. Next, create intent recognition models and train them with sample conversations. Then, implement a dialogue management system for conversation flow control. After that, design and integrate response generation mechanisms. Finally, set up APIs and implement error handling mechanisms. The slide shows a code example that initializes a chatbot with basic components using transformers. The chatbot class includes an intent recognition pipeline and a method to process text and generate responses. Let's discuss training data and model selection. Here's an example of the training data format. Each intent is defined with a tag, patterns, and responses. For example, the greeting intent includes patterns like hello, hi there, and good morning, with corresponding responses like hi, how can I help you? And hello, what can I do for you? As for model selection, here's a guide to selecting the appropriate model for your chatbot. For small-scale applications, BERT-Tiny is suitable for basic intent classification. For medium-scale applications, DistillBERT offers balanced performance. For large-scale applications, GPT or BERT are suitable for complex conversations. Additionally, fine-tuned models can be used for specific domains. Let's delve into the important aspects of testing and deployment for your AI chatbot. First, let's look at some key performance indicators or KPIs. Intent accuracy measures the correctness of the intent classification rate. Response time measures the average processing time per request. User satisfaction is based on user feedback ratings. Fallback rate measures the percentage of unclear queries. The deployment pipeline involves several key steps, including testing environment setup, load testing, continuous integration, and production rollout. Let's explore some best practices and guidelines for building AI chatbots. For technical design, implement robust error handling and fallback responses, use modular architecture for easy maintenance, cache frequent responses for better performance, and regularly retrain models with new data. For user experience, maintain a consistent conversation style, provide clear feedback for user inputs, handle context switches gracefully, and implement natural conversation flows. For security and privacy, implement secure data handling practices, conduct regular security audits and updates, establish clear data retention policies, and implement user privacy protection measures. Let's talk about learning resources. Some key resources are machine learning and natural language processing frameworks such as TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Hugging Face transformers. Training datasets such as Squad and MultiWOZ are very helpful. Finally, be sure to read up the API references, implementation guides, and best practices. As for your next steps, start with a simple prototype focusing on core functionalities, gather user feedback and iterate on conversation flows, expand training data and improve model accuracy, and scale and optimize for production deployment. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.